Dear friends, welcome back to Grow to Succeed. I am sure you must have seen part 1 discussion with ma'am. Today, we are doing a final round of discussion with ma'am to understand the life journey, experiences, challenges faced by ma'am as a student, as well as the actions took by ma'am to overcome those challenges. Finally, based on ma'am's experience in the field of education and life, ma'am is going to share a lot of tips to students as well as fantastic advice to the parents. So please watch this video till the end. Ma'am, thank you so much for joining. Welcome back. And I saw your profile. I know you come from Urdu medium school, right? So you studied until 4th or 5th standard, you studied in Urdu medium. And today when you speak in English, it's truly amazing. It sounds like I am talking to a native speaker. So ma'am, can we talk about your student life journey, the challenges you faced?
Sure. So that was a really great learning curve for me. Okay. So earlier in the early education, initially till grade 5th, I had studied in a Urdu medium school. Okay. So since my mom was really extremely determined that all her daughters should go to English medium school, so all of a sudden in grade 5, I was advised that we are going to change the medium. Okay. So we were admitted in a English medium school with great difficulty, of course, because coming from a Urdu medium background, it was not at all possible for me to crack the entrance exam for English medium. And somehow I got into an English medium school. Okay.
Right.
So the initial, of course, indeed it was a challenging journey.
Yes.
Because when we went, I went personally, I went to attend the first class in an English medium, the very first class. I was really not even able to respond to my attendance roll call.
Right.
I was not able to stand up in my place and say, yes, present ma'am. Okay, that was the condition I was into. So being extremely disheartened and absolutely hopeless, I felt as if this is not possible. How am I going to, when the entire environment, I'm not able to comprehend even a word. Okay.
Right.
When my level was alphabetic level, where I had started reading ABC, and that in English medium in grade 5 was like everything end to end in English, all the books, everything. And the environment was like no other language than English. Okay. So the very first day, I came disheartened from the school, and I was in a kind of a verge of giving up
Right.
to the situation, to the challenge. And the guidance or the strength which I got from my family, I still remember those words. It really echoes every single day when I talk to my students who face a similar challenge. That really word echoes that do not run away from the field.
Right.
Okay, you die or you lose. Okay, but you do not have the choice to run away. And that was the day. That was the life lesson which I learned, and it was a lesson from my dad. Okay, my father, where he told that I would not be disheartened at all when you like die in the battlefield. I will not be disheartened.
Okay.
If you are defeated, I will not be disheartened. But if you show your back and you run away from the battlefield, that is something which is a cause of concern. That will be a cause of concern for me. Okay. So stand, face the challenge, give your best. End of the day, the result is from Allah.
Right.
That is the best part and the most hopeful and kind of thing, the kind of thought which gives us the strength that result is from Allah.
Right.
You do not need to worry about the result. You just give in your 100%, okay, and forget about the outcome.
Right.
So that is what, that is the day, and today is the day. That is the core principle which I have applied in every arena, in every domain of my life. Of course, we do face challenges, and challenges, those are the life lessons and learning in the life. So that is how I overcame. I just continued going to the same school, and from alphabet level, I just graduated from the same school with, of course, good scores and good grades.
Okay.
And finally, I was able to overcome that.
Right.
So that was one challenge, and that is all. So that is what I always insist. Language indeed is a barrier, but if you really willing to learn a thing, definitely if you continue facing and continue giving in your best,
Right.
definitely you will succeed one day.
Right.
And even if you fail, there is a learning. In failing also there is a learning.
Absolutely.
You never fail in terms of outcome.
Exactly.
You achieve every minute or every second which you put in the right direction, you achieve.
Right.
Maybe temporarily you feel that you are not able to attain the end goal,
Right.
but with every minute, every second of effort, you are learning something, you are gaining
Right.
something.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah. Very inspiring. And I also heard a very interesting story about you were not able to get used to in the institution for various reasons because you came from the
Yes.
Urdu medium and you were facing a lot of challenges understanding
Yeah.
the language that's
Yes.
English,
Yes.
and it was like doodling,
Of
right?
course, it's a kind of image what I was copying.
Right.
When I used to go back from the school, I used to open my notebook. None of my writing was comprehensible.
Right.
Even if somebody in my family wanted to help me, they used to say, "Okay, nothing is means
Right.
legible. It's not legible. It is not readable
Right.
at all because I have copied it like a image.
Right.
I'm not copying it like a writing or something, the text. I'm copying it like a image."
Right.
That was my day first. Gradually, I kept on working hard. Of
Right.
course, I failed in the first attempt, I failed in the second attempt,
Okay.
but finally, I really stood successful in my final,
Mhm.
and I was able to graduate from with good grades in that.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. From Urdu medium to engineering, from engineering to multinational companies,
Yeah.
what kept you going?
It is like I never give up.
Never give up.
Yeah,
Okay.
never give up.
Did you always dream to become an engineer?
Within the given alternate, yeah, of course, I wanted. I always dreamed to become an engineer.
You always wanted to be an
Yeah, I
engineer.
wanted to become an engineer.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
So, of course, the journey was not that simple because if you have to like do something different than what you are the environment in which you are put to do, and definitely at each stage there were challenges. So, I lost my father very early. At grade 10th, when it was a very deciding stage in my life, I lost my father. Okay, at that point in time, I had a couple of entrance exams which was due. I was not able to go there. Then I had to continue in my hometown. There, we did not have that those many opportunities or those many like avenues wherein I can get that kind
Right.
of exposure. So within that limited options, okay, like from the regular education, I had to put myself into the private education.
Okay.
Okay, because I already lost couple of months of that
Right.
session, so I had to put into the private education, and through that line, I was not able to pursue regular engineering.
Right.
Okay, so I had to like from the science background, I had to get transition to English.
Okay.
English, a degree in English, bachelor's in English.
Okay.
Because for the science you need 100% attention,
Right.
attendance, right?
Uh-huh.
So from a chemistry graduation, I had to transition to English.
Okay.
But being an English graduate, a bachelor's in English, is still the dream, okay, of becoming an engineer. It did not die in me.
Right.
That wish was still alive, okay. So I just started exploring what could be the parallel alternates, what could be
Right.
the opportunity through which I can still get into engineering. So I got into certification.
Okay.
I got the options of certifications, okay, and of course I had some hands-on also, parallelly
Right.
along with bachelor's in English. I got hands-on on some technical work.
Okay.
So
Okay.
through that and gaining the certification in Cisco certification,
Cisco
HP certification,
Right.
VMware certifications,
Right.
all those I kept on gathering. Okay, and through those certification, I was able to get into the best company,
Right. Right.
companies like HSBC, HP, and
Okay.
then finally into Cisco.
Okay. I would like to pause you here. So, my initial impression was that you are Bachelor of Engineering.
Okay. Okay.
That was my initial
Yes.
impression.
Yes.
So, no, you did a degree in like
English.
English, right?
Yeah,
So
yes.
that's BA, Bachelor
Yeah.
of Arts.
Yeah.
Is
English
you did
honors.
in
Yeah.
English honors,
Yeah.
and then you started exploring the technical certification programs. You
Yes.
completed multiple technical
Yes.
certification
Yes.
programs.
Yes.
Then you found a way to get into the multinational
Yes.
company,
Yes.
engineering
Yes.
field.
Yes.
So, students, those who are doing maybe commerce, for example, right, or maybe arts, and if you are aspiring to get into a software industry, to get into a technical industry, that means the doors are still open. What you have to do is you have to find the right technical certification programs which are accepted by the corporates. Then you have to master the technology, master the concepts, face an entrance exam, come up with flying colors, and then I am sure the doors will be open in any of the multinational companies, right? So I think ma'am took that route a few years ago, and I am sure the door is still open. You can also do that. Nowadays, more than degree, skill matters. Remember that. Work on your skill, become subject matter expert no matter what you do, and I am sure you will get a right opportunity at the right time. So thank you so much, ma'am. That's really inspiring. So ma'am, we have a lot of students who wants to become something best in their life. So what are your secret tips for them so that they can follow them and then maybe they can also become successful in their life?
First of all, I would request all the students uh, to make a choice in their life based on their strength.
Right.
Okay, and the strength comes from their academic capability, from their behavior and their mindset.
Right.
Okay, and whenever they feel as if anything is coming or going outside their out of their comfort zone, they need to empathize and they need to visualize that what exactly they want to become.
Right.
Okay, and in order to contribute to that final goal, what are the small subsets of that final goal?
Right.
And with each day, they need to inculcate that in their day-to-day habits and in their day-to-day whatever the schedule or whatever. For example, the ultimate goal is to become a doctor. So what is those habit? What are those habits, and what are those activities which are going to contribute them to attain that larger goal?
Right.
Okay. So everything which complement your larger goal that you need to inculcate in your
Right.
day to day. For example, studying 14 hours a day makes you a doctor, right? These are the two directions which you already have. But how do you study those 14 hours? How can you fill those 14 hours with an outcome oriented approach? Okay, never say that I'm not able to understand a thing.
Right.
Give a quantified and well defined problem description.
Right.
Okay, for example, if you read a text, you are not able to understand. Okay, ask yourself question: which part of the text you are not able to understand?
Right.
Make questions for your own self. Okay, always break the question to the smallest unit.
Right.
Okay, and then start addressing the part of that question part by part.
Okay.
Mostly I face this challenge for the physics concept, for the physics questions. Okay, what I suggest the students to break the question into smaller parts. Now start addressing each part. Don't give a vague problem description. Okay,
Right.
that what should I say? Silly mistake. There is no silly mistake.
Right.
Okay, let yourself know. First, embrace the truth. You know a thing or you do not know a thing.
Right.
Okay, if you do not know a thing, what you are supposed to do? Okay, in order to break that problem,
Right.
in order to understand the concept, and with each day you will start gaining, of course, expertise on that topic. Okay, and never feel as if that if you are not able to understand a thing today, you are not able to understand it tomorrow. Okay, and end of the day, since I told initially also, the outcome is of course in the hands of Allah.
Right.
Even if you took all possible measure to succeed, and just during those 3 hours of your exam, something untoward happened.
Right.
Something happened which could not convert all your effort into the outcome.
Right.
Whom are you going to hold
Right.
hold responsible for?
Right.
Okay, so stop worrying about the outcome. Stop worrying about the result. Sleep with a kind of satisfaction that whatever number of hours which Allah has blessed you with, whatever kind of capability, whatever skill Allah has blessed you with, you have invested into 100%.
Right.
Be in a capability that you can face yourself in the mirror. When you
Right.
stand, you feel confident, you do not feel like shying away from your own self.
Right.
Talk to yourself and you'll let yourself know, and within yourself you should be happy and satisfied. Okay, these were the number of hours Allah has blessed you with, these were the kind of a skill which you were given, and you were able to give 100%,
Right.
invest it 100%.
Right.
And of course, each day, the major problem what the student face, that what my father would say, what the community would say, what the people would say, what my relative is going to say, this year again I failed, this
Right.
year again I could not get a neat seat or an IIT seat or whatever, whichever career they are pursuing. Stop worrying about that.
Right.
Okay, study for your own self, study to quench your thirst for knowledge. Result will automatically come.
Right. Right.
Okay.
Very nice, man.
Yeah.
And because you spoke a lot about the challenges you faced, how you faced, I also want to convert those as tips to those students, such as never give up, right? So dream big, because ma'am also dreamt about becoming an engineer. She could not become an engineer, but she never gave up, right? She found a different way to get into a multinational company and then did a lot of technical certification programs. Then consistency is super important. Ma'am also fell sick after class 10th. She never compromised with her education. Please make sure never ever compromise with your education. Education has to be the number one priority in your life. Things comes next, right? Education, number one priority. Number two, keep learning, consistent learning. If you fail, it's okay because you have to learn from the failure and then start working towards the success. Failing is part of success. So it's okay to fail, but never give up. Keep trying until you reach the goal. Ma'am, we have a lot of parents who will be watching this video.
Okay.
Do you have any suggestions or advice to the parents?
So suggestion for the parents would be to participate in their child's education. Their progress, keep a close watch on the progress of the kids, of course. Every parent, they are trying hard to educate their wards, right? However, the participation of the parents, if they increase it in their day-to-day academic activities, if they keep a close watch what the child is going through, okay, what are the challenges they are facing, and understand the journey of the child, okay, participate more and more in their education, and of course remain motivated. Even for the parents, I request the same. If the child fails once, it's not the end of it, okay, it's not the end of it. So give them another chance. Okay, understanding though for those parents who are aspiring to send their kids for the highly competitive exams like medical, like IIT, premium institutions, for them, do not count the attempt. Don't count the attempt. Give your child an opportunity. You just need to ensure that he or she is going into the right direction. If they're going into the right direction, you need to just participate, cooperate till they attain their goal.
Right.
You don't need to haste, and you do not need to feel disheartened or hopeless in the first or second attempt. Okay? Especially for my daughters, I would request, because of course I am more inclined. Okay, and that is a challenge which I face quite a number of times with the parents of the daughter. They worry more about the time.
Right.
They worry more about the attempts. Okay, if you have to make your child or your daughter a doctor, an MBBS doctor, then at least you need to give some flexibility, some relaxation of attempts. They should understand that it is not an easy task.
Right.
Okay. So when you have to become, when you have to make your daughter a doctor, you don't need to count attempts.
Right.
Okay. So that is one important information, message which I have to convey to the parents.
Okay.
And of course, participate in your academic journey right from the beginning. The more you participate, the more you understand their challenges, and the more empathy would develop.
Right.
With the between the parent and the child.
Right. Amazing. Thank you so much, ma'am. Really appreciate your valuable time. So, dear parents and students, this is ma'am who has shared a lot of insights, and I am sure if you can follow all these tips, practice in your life, you will definitely achieve fantastic results in your life. And parents, please do support your children, encourage them, and most importantly, appreciate them. Appreciation is very, very, very important, and encourage them and motivate them consistently so that they can become the future leaders in our country and then in the world. Thank you so much, ma'am. Really appreciate your time once again, and it was lovely talking to you, and I hope we will stay in touch, and then we will work towards uplifting the underprivileged students today, tomorrow,
future leaders
right.
of our community.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you
so much.
Yeah. Until we meet next time, take care, ma'am. Thanks so much.
Thank you so much.
Bye, everyone. Take care.